If you're between the age of 20 and above and you are dating or want to start dating, then watch this video. Hey family, welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to be ditching the big microphone. So we're just going to use the small lapel mic. I think that's what they call it, wireless lapel mic. I don't know. And that's because I kind of wanted this video to look a little bit unofficial. And I feel like the microphone's always giving that very serious, official kind of vibe. So we have to ditch that today. Let me know if you guys actually like this more than me always being with the microphone and you guys don't feel very connected to me because of the microphone. Okay. All right, so let's get right into today's video. Today we're going to be talking about 5 mistakes women make while dating, and this mistake has caused a lot of problems for you guys, and most of you don't even know that you're making these mistakes, which is actually the bigger problem, because at least if you knew, you'd do something about it, right? Or not, because a lot of people keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. But I digress. So today I'm going to be listing 5 mistakes that you should avoid while dating, especially in today's world. Dating is totally different from it was in our mothers and our grandmother days. So you gotta listen, pay attention, and make sure you do not make these mistakes. Number 1 mistakes that women commonly make is telling the man that they're just meeting for the first few times. There are green flags and there are red flags. This is one of the wrongest move, because naturally human beings will want to put their first foot forward, and if they know the things that make you tingle or the things that would make you like them, they would make sure they put in their time and energy into doing that and trying to buy your attention and your love, especially at the beginning. And what happens is that because you're telling them your green flag, it's like you're giving them a script to act. You're telling them, this is exactly what you can do for me to like you. This is what you can do for me not to like you. And naturally, they want to tend to be doing the things that you want them to do so you can like them. And it's bad, because this doesn't give them room to be themselves. This doesn't give them room to be exactly who they are supposed to be or who they are. And the problem is that if they can even keep that up forever, like if they can keep pretending to be a green flag forever and ever, that would not be such a bad thing, would it? It's like just giving somebody your script, a good script, to act exactly the way you want them to act, and then they act well and then you're happy. That would be nice, but that's not how human being works. At some point, they would have to break character. At some point, they cannot keep acting like the best person for you. They can't keep following that script anymore, and then their true character would show. And the danger is that once their true character starts showing, you already stuck up in the image that they have presented, especially at the beginning. You already seeing them as this person that's attentive, that's this, that's that. Oh my God, he had all my green flags when I met him. The first 6 months was great. The first 1 year was awesome. What happened? Why did he change? That's because you gave him a script, and he had to break character at some point. He has to start being himself at some point. And you get stuck up in the person that he used to be, and it's very hard for you to leave. So there is no advantage whatsoever in telling people your green flags and your red flags the minute you meet them. Get to know them first. Let them express themselves. Let them be themselves first before you start telling them certain things that you don't like or you like. If they ask you at the beginning, oh, what's your green or your red flag? You just tell them maybe 1 or 2 and be like, I don't really like talking about that. I like people just being who they are and expressing themselves, and me falling in love with who they really are and loving them for who they are and not who they think I want them to be. That should be your response. And this is not only for the ladies. I'm majorly focusing on the ladies because I'm a girl, so it's natural for me to want to talk to my girlies. So yeah. But yeah, guys and girls alike should try to restrain from telling the people they're talking to their talking stage. Number 2, stop daydreaming and making scenarios in your head. I know this is very hard for the girlies, especially because we get to think a lot, and most of us are very imaginative, especially when we meet somebody that we really like. We're already dreaming about him. In fact, some of you are already in the stage of dropping your 4 kids in school with that man, and he has not even asked you to be his girlfriend yet. So no, you have to break out of that. We have to break out of the tendency to be overly imaginative when it comes to them. We're already painting a picture of them in our heads, and sometimes this actually gets to a point where it starts clouding your judgments towards the person, because you're creating an image of the person in your head, and naturally you kind of start to see the person as who you have created and not who they are. So they would be showing you exactly who they are, but you can't see it because you have an image of them in your head. Just because he's tall, dark, and handsome, that's my spec, by the way. Just because, why am I laughing? Okay, bring yourself back to cloud Earth. Just because he's your full spec doesn't mean you should start daydreaming about him. Calm down, okay? And this is also one of the reasons why you should not be dating only one person at a time. This is one other number, so I'm not going to jump the gun to that place. Let me move at the pace that I want to move at. But yeah, pay attention to the person in front of you. Anything they say, whether they are joking or not, listen to it, believe them, keep your ears wide open and your eyes wide open. Watch their actions and what they say. If what they are saying is not matching with their actions, then in the trash, they got to go. So bring the daydreaming to a minimum. Don't daydream too much about them. Don't create an image of them. Don't do that, so that when they start showing you their true color, it won't be hard for you to walk away. You won't be fixated on the person you thought they were. Number 3 mistake is dating only one man. I probably should have said this at the beginning of this video, but when I'm talking about dating, I'm talking about the actual dating, talking stage, getting to know somebody. I'm not talking about the dating we Nigerians call dating. We Nigerians call dating as dating, like you're already in a relationship with somebody. That's what we call dating. And the actual word, the actual meaning of dating is when you're getting to know somebody and you're going out on dates with the person to get to know the person outside just chatting and calling and all that, seeing the person in real life and in real time and getting to know who they are. So yeah, that's what dating really is. It's not when you're in a relationship and all that, because when you're in a relationship, you should be in a relationship with only one person. But when you're dating, when you're getting to know people, you shouldn't just be getting to know only one person. No, at least 3 at a time. At least, if you have that much that you're interested in, 3 at a time. You should be dating more than one person. The reason is also because when you're meeting 3 people, you're talking to them, you're seeing the difference between each person, and you're getting to know the different kind of men we have out there, first of all. And you're also getting to understand and know that, oh, I do not want this. I don't like the way this person is behaving, or I don't like this person's ideology. This is not the kind of person I think I would want to be married to, or this is not the kind of person I feel like would be a perfect fit regarding a partner for me, right? You get to know all those things. You get to see different people. You get to understand different things. You know, when women are talking about, oh, narcissist, somebody that's always gaslighting, you also get to experience all those things and know how to cut away from it, and also know how to deal with them once they come. So you get to meet a lot of people, and that doesn't mean you should say yes or start talking to everybody that asks for your number or asks that they want to be with you or something. It doesn't mean you should say yes to everybody, okay? You're gonna definitely have at least a couple of people that you think, oh, they're decent enough to worth your time for at least to get to know them and see who they really are. So yeah, you can be talking to 3, 4, 5 people as much as you can manage, but you've got jobs, so you won't be able to be dating 6, 10 people, but you should date more than one person at a time. The other reason why you should date more than one person at a time is also because you're not going to be putting all your energy on one person. Now, there's probably going to be one person you like more than the rest. But the thing is, if the other person decides, because they're also talking to more than one person, those 3 people you're talking to are probably talking to 3 other people. So you have 3 people you're talking to that all of them in combined are talking to about 9 people. So you don't get to like put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to your emotions, right? Because these people can decide that, oh, I don't want to talk to you again. Maybe they just stop talking to you for like a while. Not really stop, but maybe the conversation is not as regular as it used to be anymore, and you won't be fixated and be waiting for them and be on the phone. Oh my god, this guy has not responded to me, because it's natural for you to get attached to somebody. So that way you also know that it's not because you don't have options and that's why you're going for somebody. You would go for the person because you like the person more. The person is doing something that others are not doing, or the person is showing you that they are more compatible with you than others. So you get to pick the person, and not because you're lonely and desperate for the person's attention because you have no other person to talk to. So this is also one of the reasons why you should not be fixated on just one person and be talking to only one person. No, it's going to be easy for you to fall for the person unnecessarily and just take the person's bullshit because you've got no any other person texting you in your DMs. Number 4, do not lose your home training the moment you meet a man. Do not suddenly become fatherless the moment you meet a man. This is probably going to break a lot of tables, but I don't care. I'm not here to sugarcoat things. This is the Get Better podcast, and I'm going to say it as it is so that you can get better. The moment you meet a man, do not start acting like a hungry goat. Because what do you mean you're asking a guy you just met a week ago for money for your hair? A lot of you start acting as if your father is dead and everybody in your family got burnt in an accident. No, do not do that, please. Don't just meet a man and start asking for heaven and earth because I don't know why actually. I don't know the logic behind it, but whatever you guys think it's giving, it's not. It's giving homeless, it's giving jobless, it's giving less valuable. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Don't start asking for heaven and earth the minute you meet a man and start acting as if all of these things that you've been doing, you weren't doing them by yourself. Even if you're trying to test if he's a provider or not, that is not the way to do it. And it's definitely not going to be a good look asking for money the first week, the first month you meet a man. If he offers, please take the money. If he offers to give it to you, take it as gracefully as you can. But do not start asking for unnecessary things the moment you meet a man. You're not a fatherless person and you've been living before you met the person. Number 5, you have no business going to a man's house, especially the first time you are meeting him. Let me say that again. You have no damn business going to a man's house on the first date. Because what are you doing in his house? What are you going to his house to do? Is it a house fellowship? Are you guys going to pray in a house fellowship? Does he hold house fellowships in his house? You've got no business going to a man's house on the first date. Go somewhere else. There are other places you can go, even if it's interstate. You're meeting this person for the first time. See, people can be deceiving online, on calls, on video calls and all that, texting. You don't know anybody. You don't know the real person. You don't know anybody fully just by texting them and all that. Meeting them in person is different. You get to see them. You get to feel their vibe. You get to feel their aura. At least see the person outside of the house first before you decide if this is even somebody you can be in the same confined space with. And 9 out of 10 times, let's not even pretend that we do not know what happens 9 out of 10 times when a man wants you to come to his house for the first time. He has an agenda. Most of them have an agenda. Let's call a spade a spade. We're not kids here. A lot of them have an agenda, so you have no business going to a man's house on the first date. That's all for this video. We've come to the end and I hope you learned a thing or two from this video. If you like this video, please like it. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. I don't mind. I just want a reaction from you guys, honestly. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video. Before you go, do not forget you are enough and God has given you everything you need to succeed. All you need to do is push. See you guys in my next video. Bye.